So let's talk about this and more. I want to bring in Congressman Brad Sherman. He's a Democrat from California and the senior member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee and a Clinton supporter. Welcome, sir.
Good to be with you.
Will you meet with Secretary Clinton today?
Absolutely, just as soon as we're done with this interview.
And what will that be like? What will you guys talk about?
Well, this is going to be a pep rally, as your reporter said. Almost all of us have been with Hillary from the beginning, and those who were with Bernie are now with Hillary. And this is going to be a chance for us to get fired up and ready to go, and also to talk about some of the finer points of the campaign, and especially how the presidential campaign can also help us take back the House of Representatives. Donald Trump is doing so poorly, that's a possibility.
Will you be watching Mr. Trump's speech?
I will actually be in the room with Chairman Yellen of the Federal Reserve Board, and that'll be a little bit more policy-oriented than what Mr. Trump has to say.
So you'll be busy working, in other words. Mr. Trump's speech, though, it's expected to be no holds barred. Mr. Trump has already responded to Clinton's claims that he profited from debt at the expense of working people. Listen.
Hillary Clinton's only right about one thing. I understand debt and how to handle it. I've made a fortune with debt. But debt for this country is a disaster, and Obama has piled it on, and she's been there watching.
Mr. Trump told ABC he was simply using the laws on the books as any good businessman would. What's wrong with that?
Well, what's wrong with it is when he refuses to pay the small businesses that help build his buildings, when he stiffs plumbers, when he stiffs painters, and then hides behind the fact that I'm rich, I've got a lot of lawyers, you can't sue me, you don't have a legal counsel. So I think that that's not the way most people do business, and it's certainly not the way the United States can do business. He has talked about putting our full faith and credit on the line and not honoring U.S. debts. That would be such an incredible disaster for the world economy, because while hundreds of years ago gold was the standard, now the standard is U.S. government bonds, and the entire world economy is dependent upon the full faith and credit of the United States, which should never be put at risk.
Mr. Trump will also likely hammer Mrs. Clinton and her husband on how much money they made in speaking fees, allegedly fueled by Clinton's time in the State Department. CNN found between 2001 and 2015, the Clintons earned more than $153 million for 729 separate speeches. Some of those speeches were delivered to groups with ties to foreign countries. Mr. Trump will likely charge Clinton turned the State Department into what he calls a private hedge fund. Why is he wrong?
Presidents have been giving speeches after they've left office, certainly since Ronald Reagan, who received a much bigger speaking fee when he went to Japan than anything that I think any president has earned since. Now, it's true that President Clinton has given probably, and Secretary Clinton have probably given more speeches. They've worked hard at it. But in terms of what people are willing to pay to bring to their audience a former president of the United States, there are groups that are willing to pay a lot, and they certainly paid Ronald Reagan a lot more than they paid Hillary or Bill.
$153 million? Isn't it time that Hillary Clinton released the transcripts of those Wall Street speeches? Wouldn't that put this matter to rest?
I'm sure that would do nothing to put the matter to rest, just because Trump will never rest. His negatives are so extreme. He's called by Speaker Ryan a textbook racist. He will do nothing but attack, attack, and attack. The Clintons have been under attack for 25 years, and of course Trump will try to continue that. The problem he has is it's all out on the table.
Won't it put voters' minds to rest if Hillary Clinton released the transcripts of those speeches? After all, Bernie Sanders called for her to do that.
Yes, in a primary, many things happen, but the fact is that she has given thousands of speeches that are on the record. We know what she has to say. We know what her positions are, and of course her webpage lays out her positions for the future. You go to the Trump webpage and all you see is attacks. All you see is bile. We need a positive prescription for the future of the history, for the future of this country, right. And you'll see that in Hillary's program.
Let me ask you this. Mark Zandi, the well-respected economist, determined Mr. Trump's economic plan would be disastrous for the country. But he donated money to Mrs. Clinton and to Republican John McCain, and he was a guest speaker for the Clinton Global Initiative. Mr. Trump will surely bring this up. How should voters take the Zandi report?
They should say that Mr. Zandi knows something about economics, but so do thousands of other economists in this country, and they've all reached the same conclusion, and that is that we better not let Trump's hands onto this economy.
But should voters worry about these donations from Mr. Zandi to Mrs. Clinton and to John McCain, who's no huge fan of Donald Trump?
It's clear that Mr. Zandi has put a little bit of money where his mouth is. I don't think that he's that the amounts of the contributions are significant. You can't say that Zandi controls the Clinton campaign because he's donated $1,000 or $2,000, but it does show that he is so motivated that he's willing to put his money where his mouth is, and he speaks not. He's a centrist economist. The vast majority of economists in this country, they may quibble with Hillary's plan, but they all agree Trump is a complete disaster, and I'm glad that Zandi's enough of a patriot to try to do just a little something with his own money to prevent that disaster.
All right, Congressman Brad Sherman, thanks for